day, drones are in the news. Ukraine, Iran, drones, deciding the outcome of battles where tanks and fighter jets used to call the shots. But this weapon is over 100 years old. And it didn't start with microchips. It started with an idea from 1917, a plane with no pilot that kills on its own. 1918, the world's first unmanned flying bomb. 1935, the drone goes mass market, but still just a target. The 1960s, it becomes a Cold War spy. 1982, it outsmarts an entire air defense system for the first time. 2001, it gets armed and changes what war even means. 2020, a cheap drone destroys equipment worth many times more. And today, drones are deciding wars happening right now. The idea of unmanned weapons was born almost as soon as combat aviation existed. In 1918, American engineer Charles Kettering built the Kettering Bug, a pilotless wooden biplane packed with explosives meant to fly a set course and crash into its target. It never saw combat. The war ended first. But the concept was proven. A plane could fly and complete a mission with no one on board. In the 1930s, actor and hobbyist Reginald Denny founded Radioplane, which mass-produced radio-controlled target drones for anti-aircraft gunnery practice. Thousands were used throughout World War II, War II. One of the factory workers assembling them, by the way, was a young woman named Norma Jean Baker, the future Marilyn Monroe. 1960, an American U-2 spy plane is shot down over Soviet territory, and pilot Gary Powers is captured. The scandal makes one thing painfully clear to the Pentagon. Sending a pilot deep into enemy territory is deadly dangerous and a diplomatic disaster. The solution already existed, it just needed repurposing. The Ryan Firebee, once just a target drone, becomes a reconnaissance aircraft called the Lightning Bug. It flies over Vietnam and China, photographing military sites. And if it's shot down, there's no pilot to capture, because there isn't one. This is the key shift. The drone stops being a cheap stand-in for a manned plane and removes war's biggest political risk: losing a person. Lightning bugs flew thousands of missions. The drone officially becomes a military tool. 1973, the Yom Kippur War. The Israeli Air Force takes brutal losses from Soviet-made air defense systems. For a small country where every lost pilot is a devastating blow, this is a wake-up call. Israel doubles down on drones. By the early 1980s, reconnaissance UAVs called Scout and Mastiff appear. 1982, the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon. Israel launches drones, not to strike, but as decoys. The drones mimic an air raid. Syrian radars switch on to guide their missiles, and that's the exact moment real fighter jets pinpoint the SAM positions and destroy them. Within hours, Syria's regional air defenses are almost completely wiped out, with minimal Israeli losses. Militaries worldwide study this operation for years. Here, the drone isn't just an observer, it's part of the tactic. It's 2020, the Second Nagorno-Karabakh War. Azerbaijan makes heavy use of Turkish Bayraktar TB2 drones against Armenian armor and Soviet-era air defenses. Footage of destroyed equipment goes viral. The world sees a drone worth a couple of cars can destroy equipment worth an order of magnitude more. Then, 2022, the war in Ukraine. The drone becomes a truly mass weapon. Iranian-designed Shaheeds, used by Russia as Juran, cheap kamikaze drones launched by the hundreds and millions of FPV drones built in garages by hand. The drone stops being a technology only for states with massive defense budgets. It becomes a weapon almost any side of a conflict can afford. The next step is already happening in front of us. Drone swarms that coordinate with barely any human input, and automatic target recognition systems, drones that don't need an operator to decide where to fly or what to hit. A whole category of loitering munitions already exists. Kamikaze drones that circle, waiting for a target. That's why the clip you saw in the news this morning isn't a coincidence. It's the endpoint of 100 years of evolution that started with Kettering's wooden biplane and anti-aircraft target drones. This story hits close to home for me. I'm applying to a program focused specifically on UAVs. And for me, this isn't just cool footage, it's a field I actually want to build a career in. Going forward, this channel is going to be about aviation more broadly. If you found this interesting, subscribe. There's